Hello Libra, I'm doing your zodiac reading for the month of June. We're taking a look at what's happening for you in love. Sometimes Spirit wants to share messages about other things. In essence, everything is about love. Your relationship with your money is really about love. How much you love yourself, how you feel about it, how you experience the world. Is there enough? Is your heart chakra open enough? If you take into account the fact that the heart chakra and the color green, which is the color of that chakra, is very closely associated to how you are able to bring your energy to the world through an open heart and an open chakra, and how you then experience the world from a place of deeper love. It's also associated with your money, so, and then the root chakra, which is associated with your tribe, the people that we love. We don't always like them, but we love them, and so we make a little bit of extra effort to try and understand them and incorporate harmony in those relationships, also associated with money. So you might think, and I think what we've believed for the longest time, especially with us being in such a masculine energy for a really long time, is that everything is separate. Everything gets compartmentalized separately. Everything comes together. Everything, your relationship with everything outside of you is rooted in your relationship with yourself. And relationship, no matter how you look at it, is always about love. Okay, so we're talking about love for Libra today. We're looking at what is in store for Libra in love and everything that is associated with that for the month of June. Now, for those of you who are new, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here, and those of you who are back, thank you so much for coming to share your energy with me once again. I want you to know that I'm a no tools medium, okay, born gifted, intuitive reader. What this means is that I read the cards, but most of my reading is based on communication from Spirit and channeling. Spirit gives me access and allows me and helps me to channel you, your person, your energy, your person's energy. This means that it's a very specific reading, and the beautiful thing is that is between you and your guides. They know how to bring this message to you so that it finds you because it is meant for you. What is really nice with that is because I tell such a clear and concise story, I paint a very, very clear picture, you are able to know whether it is your reading or not. And if it's not for you, don't try and make it fit. There are other readings that you can go and have a look on my channel, but there are also other readers that are really, really good, and you might connect with their energy better. Okay, but for my collective Libra, we are looking at love for you and how I'm going to do things this week, this month, and I think going forward, because I'm getting a very, very strong, and it makes sense with the age of Aquarius that we are dealing with these divine connections, and we need to give a little bit of extra support for those divine counterparts, struggling to understand what's happening in the dynamic. So I am going to do where I look into the masculine in this unions, or in this connection, because not all of you are in union, in this connection's energy, and then the feminine in this connection's energy. I'm not speaking about genitalia, I'm talking about the energy. Which energy do you embody in the connection? Because sometimes it can be same-sex couples and the one embodies a masculine energy and the other one feminine. I always ask that you take a few minutes, center yourself, settle into your intuition. Ask your guides and keepers to guide you through this reading, to help you to know without a doubt whether it is for you or not, and also how you fit in the reading, because sometimes roles can be reversed. How I tell the story should generally help you to establish that and give you a better sense of guidance and clarity in terms of that. Everything that I am saying in this reading, from the moment that I've started, is me channeling. Even when it seems as though I'm just having a general conversation, I'm just expressing an opinion, I use analogies, they are all part of me channeling. I'm given expressions, I'm given messages, I'm shown energy, I'm shown scenarios, and I need to find a way to translate that to you in a way that is going to make sense. But it is me channeling. Okay, so you've centered yourself. Ask your guides and keepers to guide you through this reading. You are ready to receive your messages. You've entered a sacred space. I've already blessed the space. I've pre-shuffled. I've shuffled now. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west, they have their sacred flames burning. And we give thanks to my guides and keepers who make it possible for me to do what I do. And the spirits of the air, water, earth, and fire. Particularly the spirits of the air, because we're dealing with Libra. We give thanks. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the masculine in this dynamic, Libra. Now, you could be the masculine, or the other person could be the masculine. I'm going to tell you what the energy is. The first thing that comes through for me with the masculine is that this masculine has discovered that what they've been searching for a really long time, what they've been hoping for, and what they felt they were too cursed to have, or they were not able to have because it seemed to be too far out of their reach. It was as if what they were hoping for, the wisdom, the love, the passion, the sense of being their true self, seemed to be locked away and hidden away from them, really, really far away from them, and it seemed to be so out of reach. And they've recently realized that they have the key, that the key is within their reach. They are ready to unlock this. They are ready to obviously use the key, but they are also aware, and this could be because they've gained new clarity, but it could also be old paradigm where they believe that now that they've established the key and they know that they can have access to this which is theirs and which they've always wanted, that they've got to be patient with it because it's going to take a while for them to, they see it as a journey still. So what I'm being shown is you realize the door's been locked and you've wondered for years what's behind this door. You've been curious. Sometimes you've heard sounds, sometimes it's just been dead quiet, and sometimes you told yourself there's nothing behind this door, but you've always been curious and you felt like a big part of you must be behind there. But you'd never get access to it because the door's locked and you don't know what's happened to the key. And now you've stumbled upon the key because you've come into alignment with your key. And you realize, oh my goodness, I've gone into this drawer 1,000,000 times looking for different things. I'm sure this key was never here. It was always there. You were just not in an energy vibration that aligned to that key. Now, whether you are the masculine or your person is the masculine, there is alignment with the key. The key is revealed and the door can be opened. Once you open the door, you've got to step into the space and you discover there's an entire universe on the other side. Now you've got to slowly move, take one step in, observe your surroundings, figure out, am I safe or not? Is there anything here that I should be afraid of? Discovering interesting things and then making one discovery and delving into that discovery because it's so much information in this one box that you can end up spending days and days diving into it, and yet there's still so much more to discover. That is how I'm seeing this. This is how the masculine is viewing this this new access. It's as if the masculine doesn't want to miss anything, and so he knows that, or she knows that they need to enjoy the journey, and it's going to take a bit of time to get to that place of now I can call this the extension of home for me. This masculine I'm picking up is wanting to make changes in the career place, feeling limited or oppressed somehow, either not feeling supported or not enjoying what they do as much, or but there's something around it that they're there because it helps them to pay the bills, but they're not feeling like this is where they're not feeling that that sense of contentment, harmony, peace, joy. They don't feel like they're in the right place. They almost feel oppressed in their career or in their workplace. The masculine really, really wants stability and is aiming for that. And I'm seeing that the masculine is definitely going to be journeying. There's an adventure here. So it also speaks of what I've mentioned earlier on, where there's this new energy that's coming, this new discovery, this new aspect of this masculine's reality that is very exciting, a little bit scary here and there, but exciting for the most part. They are so eager to discover what's on the other side, and there's definitely a journey that's coming into place. For some of this masculine, they're actually leaving, moving to a new place, a new job, or moving. For some of you, someone is in a committed relationship here that they are wanting to move away from. The sense of stability that they once had there, they've realized it is a false sense of stability. This masculine really, really has an urge to be free and to travel and to get to that place within themselves and outside of themselves that they've always been reaching for. Now we're taking a look at the feminine's energy in this dynamic for Libra. The feminine knew she was taking a gamble when it came to this connection. She was willing to do it. She believed it was worth it. And where the masculine experienced the connection and as a little bit of a challenge, only because it meant that there were things that they've been putting off dealing with that they needed to deal with to honor this connection. The feminine brought into the connection and into the dynamic such a light energy, such an easy energy, such a joyful energy, lots of laughter, lots of celebration. They did really interesting things together, this two. The two of you did interesting things together. You know, being together was always a good time. And then something happened in association to this. Okay, so something happened here to really that led this feminine to sadness and a sense of loss. This is because this masculine really enjoyed what had come into his life or into her life. You know how to make it fit. But it also prevented him from just being, because the more he enjoyed what the energy that the feminine was bringing, the more the masculine enjoyed the energy that the divine feminine was bringing into the dynamic, or the feminine was bringing into the dynamic, the more it became uncomfortable for him to be in the situation that he was in. Because it is like, so I was fostered and then I was adopted. So this is the analogy that Spirit is showing me. I was in my childhood, I was neglected for such a long time, and then I was fostered. And and then adopted. And even though I was given so much comfort and security, and I was showered with so many things, it wasn't it I suppose it's the things that you should have as a child in a household. It felt very foreign to me, and I couldn't be happy with it, because every time I was in a situation that made me feel gratitude, I felt I was reminded of what my reality was missing. And what that meant for me is, my real parents don't love me enough to give me this. And these people are not my real parents, and they are just being kind, and they are trying to show me love. But because my real parents didn't love me enough, I'm surely not worthy of love, and so they couldn't possibly really love me. It's as if I'm on a stage, playing a role, living out a life that isn't really mine, like an actress. And so instead of enjoying what I was having, I would feel there was always this underlying sadness and pain, because it was like I was getting a taste of what was not really mine. Now, realistically, there's different ways you can look at it. That was not true. But this is what I'm picking up here with this person. Your person was unfortunately experiencing that. If I've not been worthy of love, and now suddenly you come in and you are showing me all of this love, then it can't be real. Perhaps it's just because you're an amazing person and you feel like showering me with love. But the more you get to know who I am, this can't last, because it's not real. That's what I'm picking up here. So this masculine started to feel burdened in this newfound joy that they were not expecting. And the feminine, it must have really hurt the feminine, because I'm showing this person love, and they don't seem to be happy or comfortable in what I'm expressing. So there's also this rejection, but it was really not about the feminine. And then the situation with this feeling oppressed in the workplace, or just feeling oppressed regarding whatever it is that associates with money for this masculine. So it could have been because of money that this masculine stayed in the situations that they were not happy with for so long, and feeling that they are not worthy or deserving of what this energy that the feminine brings. And so if they try and reach out to it and grasp it, it's really not going to last. It's going to blow up in their face. And so they pushed it away, and this led to great sadness for this feminine. But the beautiful thing is, since then, I feel like there's a gap since this has happened and the current energy. But this is obviously what, because of the impact that this has had, it's still very, both the masculine and feminine haven't forgotten this. With this newfound energy, the masculine is feeling a stronger sense of stability within themselves, more clarity. They're feeling more of a need to establish real stability within themselves, because they realize that the false sense of stability was not the right route. And the feminine is feeling such a beautiful light energy where a lot of goodness is coming into a space. And what I'm seeing is the key to whatever the masculine has been able to unlock, the feminine is associated to this key. And the masculine's been able to unlock something beautiful. And that is what has flown into the feminine's life in terms of energy. And there is a great expression of appreciation in different forms that are showing up in the feminine's life. And there's a lot of abundance that has flown into the feminine's life as well. There is appreciation coming in, and it's very possible that the masculine is going to express this towards the feminine. But in the meantime, despite the sadness that the feminine has experienced, it's been a great gift for her. She's been able to so much karma has been balanced here. and a lot of abundance has flown into the feminine, into this feminine's life, and a lot of well-being, a lot of success. So where the masculine has had a long struggle with experiencing a sense of the financial relationship that he'd like to experience, the feminine has really come into that energy tenfold. There is someone has been either still stuck in a commitment here or marriage, and that's what Spirit just wanted to highlight for me and point out to me. But there is a keener desire to move away from that. I think it's the masculine in this dynamic. Okay, now Libra, those are the energies for the masculine and the feminine in this connection. Now let's take a look at what we can expect for you during the month of June. Okay. Now, someone here has been working really hard on making things what they believe it should be. Trying to build with someone new while still trying to make sure someone else is okay. That's the energy that I'm picking up. This led to a situation where this person, your person very possibly, there's been no communication here between the two of you. And you don't know anything that's really been going on in this person's life. But the reason why this person has so Spirit shows me for many of you, this person has just stopped talking, might have blocked you or ghosted. The reason why this person's come into this energy is because they feel hopeless. They felt very, very hopeless in this dynamic, and they want to come in and they want to work on this with you. They want to build with you, but they are feeling, for a long time they felt as though they'll never be able to have what they want with you. It's not possible. It's too out of reach. And not feeling like there's nothing they can do has just put them into this I'm just doing nothing energy. Before this, though, they were feeling more confident about working towards building themselves and becoming who they need to be and slowly progressing towards you. But that wasn't working for you. Something must have happened here, because the two of you have not been talking. Very strong connection between you guys, because this person felt like you got them in a way that nobody else does. This person felt as though they knew the two of you could finish one another's sentences. You have telepathic conversations. Spirit is saying to me that it's been difficult for them for a while. They didn't hear you telepathically. It's as if you shut them out completely, and this further added to their doubt. But they've never before felt a connection like this, and it was the first time in their lives that they felt that someone got them, that they didn't have to explain themselves. They felt in such harmony in this connection. Somebody is moving towards being completely free from any relationship, and then wanting to come in and communicating that with clarity and certainty, feeling strong, feeling like they are in a place where they can perhaps expect or hope for something between the two of you to take off, whereas maybe they were not in that position in the past. This person wants to offer you equal give and take. And there's definitely a cycle closing. There have been a few cycles closing, but there's definitely a cycle closing at this moment. This is possibly why this person is moving into a more independent, more single, more I'm focused on me kind of energy. This is going to be good for them because they are going to feel, because they're going to have the space to come into their fullness more. And with the cycle closing, where this person might have experienced previously that they feel oppressed when it comes to their money and career and stuff, like things are not going the way that they want, there will be an opening of this energy. Now, you might be hoping that your person gets out of their head and stops talking themselves in and out of situations, yeah, so that they get to a place where they can actually just start moving. And this is happening. And what Spirit wants me to let you know is that even this person, even your person knows that this has not been good, that they need to get out of their heads. This person, I see this person coming towards you. This person's already, you can feel it in the energy very possibly. The person's coming towards you, but where before you were this new interesting energy and this curiosity, they've matured even from that to understanding the depth of this connection. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, let's get some clarity over here. Okay, Spirit. So, despite what things seemed like this person really, really wanted to come towards and work towards the best version of what they could have with you, they could see themselves being with you, sharing their lives with you, but that it was also difficult for this person to believe it. And part of them was worried and afraid that it was just because they so badly want to believe it, a part of their imagination. But there's been a lot of conflict here. So even though this person might want to break the silence between you, they don't feel that they're in the right place. They're dealing with a lot of conflict around them. They're starting to realize certain things around them that they don't like, and they're having to deal with that. Also, this person's been in a dark night of the soul about this situation, and they need to finally get to that breakthrough place before they can do that. They were definitely working towards that 10 of Cups with you. That's what they want with you. You are their wish fulfillment. But you know, as I've explained in the beginning, when for the longest time you hoped for something, but there was no evidence in your life to help you believe that it actually exists, it's easier for you to reject the possibility that that can be true. And you doubt yourself. And that doubt is what put the thorn in your person's side. They spend a lot of time thinking about you. They spend a lot of time reminiscing. They spend a lot of time watching you. They're watching how well you're doing. They see that. The reason why they feel it's best to move into into being this single energy completely and just being by themselves is because even though they want to come towards you, they are a little bit worried about the things they've done. They don't know what to expect when they come back towards you. There's so much that they'll have to face and explain, and they don't know how you will respond to those things. So that makes them really, really anxious and makes them think it's best for them just to be by themselves. But I do see them coming and communicating with you from a solid, strong place, and you guys laughing again and being good, and celebrating all the newfound energy and wisdom that you have because of this major hurdle. Definitely this person's going to come in and speak to you, and they're definitely cutting something out. They're being brave about this, and they're cutting something out. Someone in this connection is worried that the other person has too many options or has options. It could be your person. They could think that you are with other people, and that space that you held for them is no longer there. This person is just adamant, not putting themselves in a position or a situation again where they have to compromise what it is they really want to make somebody else happy. And at this stage, that's what relationship means for them. So, they have to unlearn that by being in a healthy relationship. But being in a healthy relationship, Libra, means that your person gets to be with you independent of whether or not you feel like you are happy or content in your own life, because that is your responsibility. You have to be in a place emotionally where your happiness does not depend on your person or anybody else. And you don't make them responsible for your happiness either. If you are not feeling good, or if you are feeling a sense of dis-ease, that it's your responsibility to search that, to do the introspection, and to work through whatever it is your soul is showing you, not to project it onto your partner. And that's what people do in relationships. And the same with them. There has to be independence, which means two people have to come together and invest constantly in working on their relationship with themselves. That's what a healthy relationship is. So I definitely see this person coming towards you, Libra, but this person wants a different relationship. So they might not just come out and say, I want a relationship with you. They might. So Libra, whatever the situation may be, for any couple, coming from previous relationships or past experiences, you have to, if you'll know what's best for you. If you choose to take this person back, because they're definitely starting to move towards you, but you also need to keep in mind, this is someone that's going to move slowly. They will say only a measure of what they mean. There's so much depth behind that. They will show only a measure of what they actually feel. They will try and avoid making the same mistakes at any cost. Because they would like to be in a healthy relationship moving forward. This person wants to be in a relationship, even though they're telling themselves they should be single. It's because of fear. They actually want to be in a relationship. And if you decide to be with this person or to welcome them back into your life, allow it to be slow. Allow it to be whatever it is in the moment. Allow most of your focus. Don't ever make your person all of your focus. Your focus needs to always be on your relationship with yourself. If you have a healthy relationship with yourself, and if you are filling your cup and your person does the same, then you have two people who are independent of one another, and they understand that their happiness is their responsibility, and if they're having an off day, they need to process and do the work and not project it onto the partner. So even if only one person is doing that, it makes a difference, because you are so you are in your power in such a dynamic way, conscious, open spiritually, that if that person is not in a good energy, you know it's not about you. You can show love unconditionally without expecting them to be better or to behave in a certain way, and without making it personal. And that only contributes to their growth and inspires them to do the same thing, you know. And that's what makes a healthy relationship. So you know what's best for you. You know what you want. Where they might have considered you to be a little bit cold, you had to cut this person off. They're now realizing that there's more to it, that you did what you did because you really love them. They're understanding your your strength, and it's inspiring them. So Libra, this has been a really nice message. I know I'm sensing in the energy that you are very cautious. You're not sure if you even want this person to come back towards you. Many of you. Your relationship with yourself is paramount. Give most of your focus to that, and everything else around you will become clearer, because you will not be so dependent on how other people may or may not behave. Okay? So if you enjoyed this video and you found that it resonates with you, please comment, let me know how. And if you've taken the time to subscribe and become a part of this community, welcome. I appreciate you. And thank you for your likes. It makes it possible for other people who need to receive these messages to have access to them. If you would like to get a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. You're welcome to contact me, and I will be honored to guide you through your process. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and for watching. Love and light. I will see you next time. Bye now.